Hello children, hope you are safe. This is Savita Mauli, your English teacher. Our life is a daring adventure. Keep your face towards the sunshine. Smile and keep working. You can do wonders. Let's make each day our masterpiece. Very pleasant day children. Today we are going to see about an important sense. Okay. Let's start the day with a small puzzle. Try to identify it. It's a part of our body which is black, brown, or blue and white. It's God's wonderful creation. Without it, we cannot be much happy because that is the one through which we enjoy the colors. You can't identify it? Let me give you another clue. We reflect our emotions and our inner being through it. The spying organ. Still, it's a part of a needle. Yes, eyes. Fantastic. Good. Now, let's see about sight and how to protect it. Your eyes are an important part of your health. Most people rely on their eyes to see and make sense of the world around them. But some eye diseases can lead to vision loss. So, it is important to take care of our eyes. There are some people who don't have vision at all. So, what shall we do to protect our eyesight? First, get up in the morning and give a quick morning eye massage. So, how can we do the eye massage? Place your left index and middle fingers a half inch to the outside corner of your left eye to prevent the skin from jiggling. Be careful not to pull or stretch it tautly. Using your right ring finger, very gently massage the inside corner of your left eye using small and circular movements. Next, set a timer for 2 minutes. Blink every 4 seconds. Close your eyes with your palm without straining it. Imagine the number 8 and move your eyes slowly around this reclining figure 8 for 2 minutes. Keep your thumb in front of your eyes for about 10 inches away and focus it for 1 minute. Move your thumb from left to right, up and down and focus on it. If you keep on doing this exercise for about 2 to 3 times a day, you can save your eyesight. Then, taking regular breaks after every 30 to 40 minutes of reading, writing or playing the computer is recommended. Time spent on electronic devices such as tablets, mobile phones or handheld devices should be reduced too. Eat vegetables and fruits that are rich in vitamin A. Example, foods such as carrots, spinach, sprouts, egg yolks, corn, avocado, pistachios, kiwi, grapes, orange, etc. And also, eating fatty fish like salmon and tuna is also beneficial. Last but not least, maintain healthy eye care habits such as have adequate lighting when you are reading or playing. When reading, you should be kept about 30 to 40 centimeters away from the book or about 50 centimeters away from electronic devices. Getting at least 8 hours of sleep each night is also important in preventing your eyes from getting strained. Finally, if you happen to find a change such as headaches and vision blurriness, you should get your eyes checked as often as your healthcare provider recommends it. As it is important to keep your body healthy, You also need to keep your eyes healthy. Now, let's go into the text today. We are going to see a text called 3 Days to See, written by Helen Keller. Have you heard of Helen Keller? But before that, let's do one activity. Blindfold yourself with a cloth. Rotate 4 to 5 times. Then find out whether you can touch your mother who is in the kitchen. Let's see about the author now. Helen Adams Keller. Helen Adams Keller was an American author, political activist, and lecturer. She was the first deaf-blind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. Just see her confidence. Helen Keller was born on 1880. She became blind and deaf as a result of an illness when she was 19 months old. She learned to communicate through sign language and later through voice lessons. She also communicated quite effectively through her writing. In 1902, she published her autobiography, The Story of My Life. She also published several books and many essays. As you will discover when you read this essay, Keller had an exceptional insight into people and the world around her. She has also written books like Optimism, The World I Live In, My Religion, Helen Keller's Journal, and The Open Door. Now, how does she do all these great things? With the tireless help of her teacher, Anne Sullivan. Helen evolved from wild child to star student because of her. She mastered finger spelling and braille. She learned several foreign languages and attended a famous college, the first deaf and blind person to do so, graduating with honors in 1904. If you want to know more about Helen Keller and what challenges she faced, watch this YouTube video. Now, shall we go into the text? But before that, what do we call a blind person? Yes, visually challenged. We should not hurt a person by calling blind. Instead, we can use the term visually challenged. Now, guess from the title, what is the text about? 3 Days to See. The text is about importance of eyesight. Good. Let me add with your points. You know very well that Helen Keller is visually challenged. So, this text is about her wish to have eyesight at least for 3 days to enjoy everything around her world. Now, let's see. I have often thought it would be a blessing if each human being were stricken blind and deaf for a few days at some time during his early adult life. Darkness would make him more appreciative of sight. Silence would teach him the joys of sound. Now, who is the speaker? Yes, Helen Keller. Do you have the habit of enjoying nature in the morning soon after you get up? Or do you enjoy the things that surround you all through the day? No is the answer. Because we always find ourselves busy in some activity that we don't find time to enjoy anything around us. Now, what does Helen Keller say here? She feels that nobody understands the importance of eyesight or nobody enjoys the eyesight. So, she says that if I pray God, I would ask that everyone in the world should be blind at least for 3 days when they become adults. Then only they will understand the importance of eyesight. Nobody enjoys the nature, the sounds of nature if they are stricken in the darkness for 3 days. They would definitely enjoy the sight, silence and sounds that surround them if they are in darkness. So, hope you understand. Now, let's move on to the second paragraph. Now and then, I've tested my seeing friends to discover what they see. Recently, I asked a friend who had just returned from a long walk in the woods what she had observed. Nothing in particular, she replied. In this paragraph, Helen Keller says that once she asked a friend who has gone a long walk in the forest what she enjoyed by seeing. What reply did she get? Yes, nothing in particular. She doesn't enjoy nothing in particular. This is how we are also doing, right? Now, shall we move on to the next paragraph? How was it possible, I asked myself, to walk for an hour through the woods and see nothing worthy of note? I, who cannot see, find hundreds of things to interest me through mere touch. I feel the delicate symmetry of a leaf. I pass my hands lovingly about the smooth skin of a silver birch or the rough shaggy bark of a pine. Here, Helen Keller says she asked herself how it is possible to see nothing important. Now tell me, children, how can a visually challenged person enjoy the surroundings or identify others? Yes, good. By touching, by hearing the voice, by smelling, etc. Now, we know very well that Helen Keller is blind and deaf. So, how will she enjoy the surroundings? Yes, by mere touch and by smelling. Here, she says that though she is visually challenged, she could enjoy hundreds of things just by mere touch. She feels the delicate, soft and balanced sides of the leaves. Silver birch too, she can touch and find out. What is silver birch? It is a tree that grows in Europe, parts of Asia and North America. It has triangular shaped leaves. She says that she also wants to enjoy the rough part of a spine, that is the outermost layer of a stem. Now, hope you understand. Shall we move on to the next one? In spring, I touch the branches of trees, hopefully in search of a bud, the first sign of awakening nature after the winter sleep. Occasionally, if I am very fortunate, I place my hand gently on a small tree and feel the happy quiver of a bird in full song. You know very well that during spring season, the flower blossoms from bud. So, what does she do? She'll search the plants for the bud during spring season. So, she says that bud is the sign of awakening nature. How it blossoms in flowers, right? After a long time. Now, tell me, what is the first sign of awakening nature? Yes, the bud. What does the bud do during winter? It sleeps. Good. She says that sometimes if she is lucky, she can touch a bird and understands how it trembles or shakes out of fear when it is singing. Shall we move further? At times, my heart cries out with longing to see all these things. If I can get so much pleasure from mere touch, how much more beauty must be revealed by sight? And I have imagined what I should most like to see if I were given the use of my eyes, say for just 3 days. Here, the narrator says that sometimes she longs to see all these things. If she can enjoy beauty just by mere touch, why can't people with eyes enjoy beauty? Now she yearns to have sight just for 3 days. So, if eyesight were given to her just for 3 days, what would she do? She explains then. On the first day, I should want to see the people whose kindness and companionship have made my life worth living. I do not know what it is to see into the heart of a friend through that window of the soul, the eye. I can only see through my fingertips the outline of a face. I can detect laughter, sorrow, and many other obvious emotions. I know my friends from the feel of their faces. So, here she explains if she gets eyesight for just 3 days, what will she do? On the first day, she would see people, those who showed kindness and those who were his companions. So, who are those people? Particularly Anne Sullivan, her mother, her family members, her friends. Good. Because they were the ones who gave her motivation to live. She says that how she sees the heart of a friend through eye. So, how does she call eyes? Yes, window of soul. Till now, how she identifies them? Good, by touching the outline of faces. She finds out the feelings of them by touching them. Now, what does she want? She wants to see them and to feel their emotions. Now, let's move on to the next paragraph. For instance, can you describe accurately the faces of 5 different friends? As an experiment, I have questioned husbands about the color of their wives' eyes. And often they express embarrassed confusion and admit that they do not know. I should like to see the books which have been read to me and which have revealed to me the deepest channels of human life. In the afternoon, I should take a long walk in the woods and intoxicate my eyes on the beauties of the world of nature. And I should pray for the glory of a colorful sunset that night. I should not be able to sleep. Here, she asks us whether we can describe the faces of 5 different friends. So, how will we describe them? By describing their eyes, nose, etc. Right? Stubby nose, sharp nose, etc. Or sharp eyes, protruding eyes, etc. Right? So, as an experiment, what does she do? She asks some husbands to describe their wives' eyes because they see their wives' eyes and speak, right? But they could not describe their wives' eyes and they said they do not know. So here she expressed what she wanted to do on the first day if she gets eyesight. The first thing that she wanted to do is she wanted to see people, right? Then she wanted to read books because books explain the deepest things in human life. Then she wants to walk in the woods and enjoy the beauty of nature to the extent that she gets faint or lose control. Then she wants to enjoy the beautiful sunset to that extent that she could not sleep. Tomorrow, let us see what she wants to enjoy on the second and the third day. Shall we? Shall we see a small recap? 3 Days to See is written by Helen Keller. Helen Keller became blind and deaf when she was 19 years old. She learned to speak write and express with the help of her teacher, Anne Sullivan. In this text, she expresses her wish to have eyesight for just 3 days and tells what she would do if she gets eyesight for 3 days. She informs everybody to use eyesight properly to enjoy nature. Now, your work is to answer the in-class assessment questions. Thank you very much for your patient listening.